All right, we got a new chapter of Dr. Stone. Wow. The title sounds like a really, really positive and optimistic. Um, is it really GG? Could it actually be GG? Even though Stanley has control of the Perseus, the fact that they have Dr. Zeno as their hostage is enough? Is the war over already? I don't know. I really don't know. But look at this. Look at how triumphant this is. The spaceship of the Kingdom of Science's flag has been transformed into a corn cob. I love it. And of course, the title, Corn City, population 1 million. So, I mean, this sounds good. This sounds like they're going to get their ethanol lab up and running. They're going to start churning out revival fluid. They're going to make a gigantic food stock, revive the breadbasket of America. You know, just get everybody back. And then we're on to the next spot in their mind-boggling world tour. Right? I don't know. Is the battle really won? Target captured, Senku. We got the enemy king. Dr. Zeno is in hand. It's too awesome. We didn't even need a whole minute to take over the enemy base. Okay, so everyone is running on board the Perseus now. The Perseus is in really rough shape, but I mean, the battle's over. Luna's tied up. Okay, so very, very quickly, Max changes sides. Because he only cares about Miss Luna. He was only ever on Team Miss Luna. So when she switches sides, he switches sides. And very quickly he agrees to put together a rescue crew, Francois, Luna, and Kaseki. They're going to try to go save Senku, having seen Senku crash land into the woods. Okay, so they don't know what's going on. Nobody on the boat knows that Zeno has been captured. They're banking on the fact that Stanley and Zeno don't want to just wipe out people, given that they have no access to their own revival fluid and thus are very, very bottlenecked on manpower. All right, a very, very silly scene where Keisuke needs his power of enthusiasm about science and nothing else to bust out of the ropes. Okay. They all jump overboard. They run off. Seems like Stanley and the rest of the raid crew don't really care. Okay. So this team is all back together. Gen and oh, I'm just always gonna forget a character's name. You know, Listening Man. It starts with a U. They're all back together. They're all corresponding. Like, this all seems really good. I don't know. I feel like there's still some other twist. As long as his hands are bound, no need to hog tie him. Since people can't conduct a proper manhunt until Stanley's forces return, he won't resist just for the heck of it. He'd never act illogically like that. It's time for the science confrontation. These two haven't actually squared off all arc yet, you know? They've been saving it. They've been saving this confrontation. And I think this is something that really exemplifies the series. That the big, big confrontation of the arc isn't between the strongestest characters. It isn't Stanley versus Tsukasa. It wasn't even airplane versus airplane. That was like a red herring. The long-awaited showdown in the world of Dr. Stone is just the two smartest people who aren't going to start fist fighting or anything like that. They're going to state their opinions. They're going to try to ideologically convince one another. They're going to try to convince them that the war is over and the other side should resign. Like, that's what we're dealing with here. That is our Cell versus Gohan. That is our Luffy versus Kaido. Like, this is unreal. Because Dr. Zeno is a world-class science pro. Ooh, look at the expression on his face. There is genuine pride in there. That's his little rocket boy. That's the lad that he was sending emails back and forth with all the way back in the modern world. Come this far in the stone world? Wow. Jeez, I didn't expect that facial expression. I thought he would still be twisted. I thought he would still be hell-bent on revenge and conquest. But maybe his scientific pride can win out over all of that. So you survived, Dr. Senku. And would never fail to make a killing shot. You used to use scientific measures to foil the bullet and defy death. This is a lovely shot. It's truly science is elegant. Yeah, he just can't help but appreciate Senku. He just can't help it. He knows that they couldn't be ideologically further apart. He knows that Senku will never let him have his way, that this is the death of his dreams. And yet, he just can't help but be like, dang, nice job. Nice job, Dr. Senku. A few thousand years since little third grade me started sending emails to NASA. Stroll down memory lane, we'll have ages to do that later. Now we gotta get moving before sunset. Base to return to, right. So they can't go back to the Perseus. So they're gonna take over Xenos Base. I think that's what's gonna happen. They're just gonna set up shop in Xenos Base. Because all of Zeno's fighting force went to take over the Perseus, right? Like maybe there's a few stragglers left, but this is the crew that has Tsukasa and Hyoga and Kohaku and Kinro. So I kind of doubt there's enough people left to hold them off. Plus they already took out a bunch of guards during their little failed tunneling operation. Yeah, they're gonna take over Zeno's fortress. I think that's amazing. And this crew meets up with them. Instant hospitality. Man, Francois. Unreal. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so we return to this. The whole Senku being Luna's boyfriend in exchange for his life scenario. I was really curious how far they would go with this. Would it be just played for jokes? Would it, actually lead to something? Would it be... Well, I guess those are the only two options. But maybe, I don't know. What is about to happen here? This panel is like very compelling and leading, this bottom one. All the confusion, you managed to sneak away with Kasuki and Francois, huh? Job well done. Alright. Knows just how much to lay on. I don't know if that's intentional, but that's just what he's doing. Talk about a smooth operator. And he's got his butt bags on. You guys remember that? Hold on, I want to see it again. I think it was volume 4. He's got his butt bags on. No, it must have been 5. 6. I have no idea. 7. Yeah. I don't know why this is so funny to me. I think it's because I pointed it out, and then someone in the comments was like, oh yeah, everyone is making jokes about the butt bag. It just kind of looks like his butt. I'm sorry. I don't know. I was just in a good mood because they did so well. I'm so excited. Like I've always really enjoyed shonen where they win and then there's a party. Like One Piece is so excellent for this. There's like a party and then like the world expands a bit and he gets so hyped up for the next adventure and get to see what everybody else is up to. Those are my favorite parts. And something about the party just like exemplifies all of that. And I think in this series, it goes even further where like there's a party and then there's like science. They get to reap the rewards of all of this stuff they've been working for. The new technologies, the new opportunities, the new spaces, the new people, and just everything expands and powers up. I'm really, really looking forward to that. So like, although I thought this battle would go on for a lot longer, that there'd be like a lot more showdowns, that everything would be like multiple chapters when in fact it was sometimes just one chapter or like part of a chapter. I gotta say, I'm like really just looking forward to what comes next. So I'm pretty excited. Everyone we need for the team to move on. The team is moving on. Stanley, Maya, and the rest return for their mission. They're done for. Security still light. Okay. So they're smashing into the fortress. Wait, what? I thought they were taking over the fortress. But instead, they're just hopping on Zeno's boat and booking it. What about everybody on the Perseus? What about everybody else? They're just off? Where are they going? Where? What? What happens next? I don't get it. I thought it was going to be like they take over the base, they have Zeno, they force Stanley and the rest into surrender, right? Something like that. But instead they're just like, all right, see ya. Have fun on the Perseus. What about their crewmates? Don't you think that they're like, hey, we can't get a hold of Dr. Zeno. Something must have happened. We got all of those Japanese transmissions. Obviously these guys know what's up. It's time to torture them. Right? Isn't that going to happen? Don't they want their friends to not get tortured? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. We're going to see. We attack Stanley's group by water. Why are we so eager to leap into battle, dear Kohaku? Doing so would mean our deaths. It's amazing that like Hyoga and Tsukasa especially are just like, yeah, we can't. Right? Like they know. Stanley's on there with guns, like straight up machine guns. They get close and he just goes, and that's it. Like it takes 2 seconds. So they definitely aren't doing that. Kohaku's kind of crazy. Goal is diplomacy. It's the new world's first and last leadership summit between Japan and the US. Okay. But where are they going? Like, where are they going to do this? Or is it that they're taking this boat back to the Perseus? I got a little confused because I pictured the Perseus being kind of close to the Zeno castle. But I guess it's not really. I guess it's a ways away. So I guess they're taking the boat to the Perseus. Okay, okay. Sorry, I was a little confused. Because they kept talking about like moving on and stuff. So I got a little confused. Got one in mind. That's right, that's right. This guy. I'm curious about this character. Because at first I thought he was kind of their Keisuke equivalent. Just build stuff. But it's true. He had a very like sound strategic mind. He knew how to prioritize in the heat of the moment. He's maybe the one to negotiate with. Prioritize digging us out to save our lives. Sounds like Brody, their mechanic. When he suspected me of lying, he didn't grow angry. He quickly brushed it off with a laugh. Much like dear Ukyo. Ukyo, that's a listening man. It's a type who'd rather avoid unnecessary sacrifices. Okay, so they set up the comm lines. Hostage exchange won't work. Make up that difference and then some. How about some info you'll be 10 billion% excited for? Revival fluid formula? Oh! He just said it. He just said it. That was the trump card. That was like why they were keeping everybody alive. He just said it. Huh? What is the plan here? So, have you ever done a diplomacy before? Have you ever played the board game diplomacy? The board game diplomacy is all about withholding information for as long as possible and slowly grinding down the opposition by making more and more unfavorable offers. At least that's how we always played it. God, that game is torturous. Anyways, you can make all you need with corn. People from my ship know the details, which I would be thrilled to help you out. Aim for about 1 million people at first. Build up a massive corn city. I think our goals are aligned, right? Then we'll keep giving him the slip all the way to hell. I'm a busy man. Gotta get a move on with this plan. Forging an alliance while waging war and building a new nation all at once. People have got some screw loose. Corn City in our capable hands. What is... Wow. So Senku's plan is now like, okay, well this was going to take too long anyways. To get all the ethanol going, to get this mass production of revival fluid. You guys do it. We got to go to the next place. You guys do it. Is that his plan? Because that was closer to what I thought he was doing in the first place. But like, once they have the revival fluid, why would they keep the people from the Kingdom of Science alive? Right? What? Here in the stone world, we'll bring together 1 million people. So yeah, here's the Kingdom of Science people. They're just going to work together now, I guess? I don't know. I want to see how Stanley feels about this. Brody is one thing. Brody seems pretty reasonable. Stanley seems like a psychopath who was very happy that he got into a position where he can just kill a lot of people. And now he's being told, no. Can't kill a lot of people. We got to build a city. What's going to happen? This is crazy. Okay. All right. They did it. Corn City was founded. And I guess they're just on to the next one? With Zeno in tow. So, you know, that'll be interesting. What the hell? Okay, all right. Let's look forward to next week. I have no idea what's going to happen. Bye-bye for now.